Hello and welcome to Aviation This Week on Channels Television. I'm Bukola Joe Oketumbi. At its most basic level, an airport has just two parts, an airfield and a terminal. The airfield consists of runways and ramps known as taxiways that connect to the terminal. Runways are as important as the airport itself. The size and number of runways dictate the type and number of aircraft that can use that aerodrome and consequently are a key factor in determining an airport's capacity. On this edition, we take a look at the state of various runways across the country through the eyes of pilots who ply their trade daily on these concrete surfaces as the federal government closes the Enugu Airport runway for repairs. It's time to take to the skies.
The reality of the big bird gripping this rectangular piece of concrete is due for passengers to turn their phones back on and signals a safe arrival back home. So what exactly is what is described as an aircraft landing pad called the runway? The International Civil Aviation Organization defines a runway as a defined rectangular area on a land aerodrome prepared for the landing and takeoff of aircraft. Runways may be a man-made surface, often asphalt, concrete, or a mixture of both, or a natural surface runway. There are also taxiways and ramps, and all are sometimes referred to as tarmac. Across Nigeria, there are quite a number of airport runways serving both domestic and local flights.
Firstly, the idea of a good runway is the length for the aircraft you're flying, and also the surface of the runway. It should be a smooth one. It should be one that will not be easily prone to flooding. And then the surroundings of the runway too is very important, like the obstacles around the runway, also the elevation of the airport. So those are the main factors. The Yola Airport runway is good. It's not rough like runways as Enugu. The only issue might be is a high terrain, because when you come to land in hot weather, it affects your landing performance. But otherwise, it's good. In terms of obstacle clearance, is also good enough.
The privately owned ones that are fully private, not state government run airports, tend to have a better management of their runways. Not all, but most. So you find that with some of the private, like Finima, for obvious reasons, which is oil and gas, is in excellent condition. We don't have lightning issues, we don't have pothole or degreasing issues. Then again,
where is that situated?
It's in Bonny. It's strictly for the use of liquefied natural gas, NLNG.
With the recent closure of the runway of the Akano Ibiam International Airport in Enugu, the Federal Airport Authority gives reason for the action.
Now, the runway surface in Enugu didn't get to this stage overnight. It was not very good, but our maintenance technicians have been working regularly, doing palliative work to make sure that the safety condition of the runway is improved. So we work almost every week to sustain and maintain the runway surface. But it's becoming very clear that, look, the palliative works we are doing are not enough. And when we look at it right now, the effect of the palliative works is also now showing on the runway. Palliative works are not the same as a major resurfacing or reconstruction. So when you do palliatives for a very long time, and the palliative works are not meant to last that strength of time, then naturally you look back, you start seeing that the palliative works are also adding to the bumps.
Pilots say Enugu is not the only runway begging for attention.
There are some airports in Nigeria that definitely need, I'll give you an example, like Uyo, Akwa Ibom. The first third part of the threshold is terrible. It's very bouncy. So you can literally feel it once you land. It goes bam, bam, bam. And it affects the aircraft as well, especially maintenance as well. So if these airports can actually work well with the aviation sector and then find a way to come and pretty much redo the surfaces, it will help.
Lightning is poor in most places. I'll give you an example. Here in Lagos, there's a huge pothole that just an hour ago, I practically have to swab the airplane 90 degrees when maneuvering to take off. That has been there, that has been complained about severely, that we even have alerts to all our pilots. There's a pothole here. Lightning is poor, so at night, you are likely to enter it, and you as a passenger will just feel bogum, like a car. So there are a lot of problems. Uyo is it's not smooth. In Lagos, they're not regularly degreased. There's no lightning. The lightning is extremely poor. You know, so these are part of the challenges we're facing.
There are 3 different types of runways, and they are visual runways, which are used at small airstrips and are usually just a strip of grass, asphalt or concrete. Although there are usually no markings on a visual runway, they may have threshold markings, designators and center lines. Additionally, they do not provide an instrument-based landing procedure, and pilots must be able to see the runway to use it. A good example is the Yola Airport in Adamawa. Non-precision instrument runways are often used at small to medium-sized airports. These runways, depending on the surface, may be marked with threshold markings, designators, center lines, and sometimes a 1,000 feet mark known as an aiming point, sometimes installed at 1,500 feet. They provide horizontal position guidance to planes on instrument approach via non-directional beacon, VHF omnidirectional range, global positioning system, GPS, etc. There are also precision instrument runways, which are found at medium and large-size airports. They consist of a blast pad or stopway threshold, designator, centerline, aiming point that could be at 500 feet, 1,000 feet, 1,500, 2,000 and 3,000 feet touchdown zone marks. Precision runways provide both horizontal and vertical guidance for instrument approaches.